Hi viewers, and welcome back to Sounds in Motion with me, Mitch Perry from Horn Distribution Limited. Today we are on the first episode of Meet the Dealer with none other than Mr. Waz of B&B Audio Concepts in Cardiff. So we're here, we're going to hand over to him and ask him a few questions on his business and how he's managed to become one of the most successful businesses in the Southwest for car audio and security. And we're going to take it from there. So check it out. So as obviously you've been in business for a very long time.
Yes.
Your name is well known across the UK, and
I hope for good reasons.
Of course, exactly. even across the globe, I would say, because I believe you've had customers from all parts of the world, including Switzerland, I believe, as well.
Yep.
Traveling over, so you've got a good reach out there, I'd say.
Oh,
so,
thank you. I was going to correct you because you said Southwest, Pakistan and India, bastard. Huh? Excuse if I offend you, but that's how I am.
No, so obviously a bit about yourself with the business.
Yes.
How did it start off? You know, what made you become who you are today, the successful business that you are, and you know, what was your story behind the whole success at B&B?
This will be a 6-hour episode for Netflix.
6 minutes.
6 minutes you give me. Okay. So, I mean, you know, without boring everyone, being a young lad, being an Asian guy, I like my music. I like it loud. Used to have a big home system, but then obviously having a family and a dad with a size 9 shoe used to give me a smack and say, don't play that music. It's disgusting. There's swearing in it. So I thought, what was the next best thing I could do? I learned to drive, started playing music in my car, started building the system up. Only a young lad, so I was building it out of pennies and built a system with scraps and made it loud. As the ghetto master I used to call myself Street Sounds. So we got the system playing, and from there it just became me playing my loud music driving around until local people started stopping me and saying, oh, can you fit my radio? Can you do this? And being an Asian guy, I'm like, cha-ching, cha-ching. So I thought, okay, let me do this for 20 quid, because I was only young and 20 quid was a lot of money. Started buying radios from free ads. The ones who are old will remember a yellow newspaper with secondhand stuff, way before Max Power and all of these magazines. So I used to buy secondhand stuff, refurbish it, and sell it. Awesome. And make a couple of quid fitting it. So I guaranteed a fit and a little bit of profit on the unit. That grew and grew. I became a student in uni. We had over 3,000 students who were driving, and everybody used to say, that's a guy with a music system. And they used to just approach me in my lunch hour and just say, can I have a look at your system? And because I had a big system, people just didn't buy a radio off me. They started buying speakers, amplifiers. Got to an extent that I used to go home and I'd be working till 10 o'clock in my dad's garage with his lamp and a screwdriver and a pliers to fix everything. And my teeth in those days.
Was it a magic lamp? Could you rub it?
Oh, well, you know, I used to make some money. But I used to cut so many wires with my teeth. Now I got false teeth because the teeth broke because I was using my teeth as pliers.
I remember my electrical teacher at school telling me never strip wires with your teeth because it leaves very fine ridges in your teeth.
Yeah.
And they'd cost somewhere in the region of £50 to £75 to repair each notch. And I remember that.
Yeah. Well,
but we still did it.
Well, you know, it was never a problem because, you know, I used to have curry, so I used to have yellow teeth anyway. So I mean, that grew and it grew. And funnily enough, we're talking like 30 odd years ago plus, I bumped into an Alpine rep.
Okay.
I think the place was called Toad or something like that in that time.
Okay.
And he just was like impressed with my 5 Series, and it was all Alpine in there and a mixture of other brands. And he offered me sponsorship. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute, I can get somewhere. I didn't actually take up the sponsorship because at the time I didn't have a lot of money and everything had to be Alpine, but it was nice to be considered. And then from there, we just grew. I finished uni and I was making more money fitting radios. And don't let people tell you there's no money in radios. Started fitting radios. I was making more money and I thought, you know what, I want to set up a business. And a friend of mine was already in the business. He was a fitter. And we just joined up and became an audio company, which was Audio Concepts.
Awesome.
In those days, it was very hard to find a good business because there were so many businesses. I mean, every town had 20 odd audio shops. There was no internet, none of that. So, everybody had a piece of their cake, So we carried on. We started together. We had to call it B&B because the previous owners were Bill and Ben. So everyone asked, are you bed and breakfast? And when you ring me and say, Audio Concepts, bed and breakfast, your price goes up by 20 quid.
So just to clarify, it doesn't stand for Bentleys and bitches, does it?
No. Well, at times over the years, it was
that
big
must
bass.
That must have thought
bass.
across your mind, right?
Well, big bass. Big bass was one. Now it's Brown Boys. Well, you can call us what you like. As long as you're spending, we don't care.
Brilliant.
So that's that. And that's how we began into the audio business, and we just built it.
Your first store, I believe, was in the centre of Cardiff, was it?
Yes. It was a small shop with an old garage. And it used to be a funeral home.
Yeah.
So in those days, I was young, had a lot of energy, used to just fit 20 cars in a day. Like now, if it's more than 3, I want to go home. In those days, we used to do a lot of audio bills because every car needed an aerial, speakers, a stereo. And they were good old days. So, we did really well. Sometimes we used to work till 10 o'clock in the night because we were just so passionate.
You did what you had to do to make the business a success.
I mean, it was just one of those things that there was 30 shops in the town. So if you didn't take that customer, you lost that customer.
Well, that was going to be one of my questions, actually. How did you actually stand out from the crowd? Because you had the likes of Sextons, you had Uplands, you had yourselves. And Uplands, of course, had 3 branches just within the area. You had Swansea, you had Cardiff, you had Bristol. And these were highly successful businesses amongst yourselves. And obviously you got yourself, young lad, small business. What would you say you did differently that kind of excelled you over others and made people want to come and spend their money at B&B as opposed to the other places?
Okay. So, I mean, there's a lot of angles to that. And I'll keep it short. You got to think out the box. Majority of stores, and even 2024, majority of stores want to take a box, they want to plug an ISO, they want to push it in and go 100 quid, thank you very much. As you've seen with Halos and so forth with you, we always thought outside the box, what would fit that would look different, still not too difficult to do, but think outside the box. And in 2024, you guys have made camper speakers that require 0 cutting. So yes, ideal for a camper in the kitchen, but you can use that in so many applications. And there's people who don't want holes cut in their cars still, and classic cars, you can use that. I mean, a single DIN solution that you guys have made with 9-inch and 11-inch. Yes, I know everybody fits it now, but going back a few years, it was rare, and you guys invented that. We thought out the box, and we fitted that to a lot of vehicles that couldn't have Apple CarPlay. So very clever thinking. So what my speciality has been for over 30 years is look for items that most people would not consider fitting. And that's what we push. So when you push products that are outside the box, you're going to get great customers. But then other customers want to come to you because they know you're good. And then you can still sell the normal plug and play solutions. So now you're making money like everyone, but you're also a little bit exceptional. And you're making a little bit more than someone else. And if you apply that, and I've been applying that for 30 years, so it's worked for me. Maybe not for everyone, because sometimes I'm thinking, why did I take this on? But the results are always there. And remember, if you can't do it, you find a professional in your field to come and pay him as a subcontractor and do it. So you always win.
Oh, of course, man. That's that winning is clearly it shows what you've got, what you've earned today. You've got a fleet of amazing vehicles. You've got a team of staff here who are highly trained professionals, and you do absolutely everything from security to trackers to car audio, and of course you get the odd one or two slightly crazy requests. I know you did this Lotus track car last week, and that was using some of our surface mount radial speakers, which are fantastic for that use, and exactly what you said. So thank you for that. Challenges: how do you see the business moving forward? What challenges have you previously faced and pulled through, and where do you see yourself, say, in the next few years, with the current conditions of the market, say?
Well, every year we always say, oh, is this it? Is this it?
Yeah.
But you know what? Every year something new comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you're static and all you want to do is fit radios, well, then your business will be short, because eventually the newer cars now that don't take radios will be secondhand, but you'll still not have a solution to fit a radio in. So always think outside the box. And the way we look at it is vehicles that with various manufacturers and yourselves with fitting kits, we're allowed to do that, so we do that. In cases we can't, we then sell other items, whether it's a speaker upgrade, whether it's ambient lighting, whether it's security, whether it's some personal customization. There's always going to be a solution. I mean, you guys last few years back, you brought out the Halo. For me, that made me a fortune. Okay, then I'm going to stick with you because obviously we're talking about Alpine. And then you brought out these flush mount speakers. And now, which haven't arrived yet, we've launched these new camper speakers, which to me is wow. And this is something that Alpine will bring out. Okay, it might be one product, two products, three products. But if you jump on that product, you can do well. A lot of dealers will support you and sell 33 of your... Yeah. A lot of dealers will jump on and think, they got 33 products. I can't sell 33 products. And they try their best and get themselves into a muddle. Me, I'll look at your catalog and go, there's 3 items here that can be clever. And as you know, we buy the Halos, the flush mount speakers, and then your T6 and T6.1 speakers. And we buy pallets of them. Because when you come in, that's what you're having. Because it works. It sounds good. It looks good. The customer jumps in the car. The car looks original, but with the chrome grills, they feel they've got something for their money. There's nothing worse than a customer saying to me, have you got any pictures of what you've done? Because they don't trust you. They think you haven't done anything. Right. So we always take pictures and show them. And they're happy because they can hear the sound difference. Yeah. But when you can visually see it, but there's no real major alterations, it blows people's minds. I do demos and people jump in, they go, and they're feeling and stroking their grill because of what you've done. And it's so simple, but it demands a higher ticket price.
Well, of course, I mean,
and it sells.
The kits were designed to be a premium product, and of course, that premium quality expresses itself in those grills that are fitted to the A-pillars on the transporters, for example. And we get people calling and saying, can you just sell us the grills only? And our answer is no, because we get people then buying our grills and fitting other manufacturers' tweeters, which of course we don't like and don't want, but it does look the part. And of course that really does suit what you do here at B&B. And just going back to pallets and of course big numbers, the original Halo, which was the ILX F903D, was launched now almost 6 years ago, believe it or not. And this is crazy, right? That unit, when it was first launched, was laughed at and unspoken of. People were like, this is never going to work. It's too big of a screen. It's going to take up too much estate on the dashboard, right? And Waz turned around and said, I can see this product going somewhere. Now, to this day, there is not another dealer in the UK who has purchased, supplied and fitted over 100 Halos from their store over the counter without a single online sale. And Waz has been able to achieve that, which in my opinion is absolutely insane. I mean, you think these units used to retail at 679, the new version, the 905, currently retails at 899 and £1,100 for the 11. So that's a lot of screens going out of the shop, considering you do other brands as well. And of course, it's not always Alpine, it's the other brands such as Pioneer, etc. And we respect that. Of course, we can't cater for everybody, and where we can't, others will obviously pick up that business, and that's where you obviously notice and gain that sale. So just like to say thank you for doing what you've done. You know, you've supported the brand, you've supported the Halo, you've made the Halo a success, in my opinion. You know, you was one of the first to fly the flag, you ran with it. And just a little token of appreciation, we have a little plaque for you. So this here is a modified Halo screen with a little certificate just to say thank you for supporting the Halo, and of course selling over 100 of them through the store, supplied and fitted, of course. So that's for you to hang up on your wall and enjoy.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I wasn't expecting that. I'm a little bit choked up, but thank you.
No, of course.
Wow, what can I say? Thank you for being appreciated.
No,
thank you for making a product that's allowed me to make a lot of money, and put a little stamp in the industry somewhere. So really, really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll carry on. I mean, the 9s and 11s are selling ridiculously with us. So you've been here today. We sold a 9 and an 11 in front of you.
We'll touch base on that shortly. There's a video clip coming soon with a awesome mint condition, mint green Volkswagen T4 that's just had a 905 fitted, and we'll switch over to that shortly. But of course,
thank you.
As always, thank you for supporting the brand and the business. And if you had any words of advice regarding the industry, you know, what would be a kind of final few words, really?
Stay passionate, stay humble, enjoy what you do, but always remember, if it's not making you money, walk away from it.
Perfect. Sums it up pretty much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Laz.
Cheers.
Thanks. So right now we're in the showroom at B&B Audio Concepts, and we're just going to have a quick pan round just to show you what Waz and the team here offer. Everything from headrest monitors to Alpine Halo screens to speakers, enclosed subwoofers, you name it, absolutely everything. Vehicle security, the lot. So we're going to have a quick look around the store, and then of course we're going to hand over to Waz again just for a final few comments, and yeah, let's go for it.
You touch, you buy.
So we hope you've enjoyed watching this episode today with myself and of course Waz at B&B Audio Concepts. Hopefully you've now got an understanding as to what B&B Audio Concepts offer as a business. You know, if you are in the Cardiff area or in this region, feel free to pop into the store and have a look around. They work on absolutely everything from Nissan Micras up to Rolls-Royce Wraiths and so on and so forth. So again, thank you to Waz today. Any final comments you'd like to share with us?
No, just thank you for Alpine and Mitch for supporting us and coming to see us. Thank you for the opportunity for the first video to be done. And all I can say is, come again.